So hello guys, welcome to my first video on this channel. It's definitely the first one, I didn't delete one or something. This is my top 7 Jojo parts. So at number 7, it's not really a surprise, but it's part 1, the Phantom Blood. So, things I liked about part 1. The characters, I liked them a lot. They're very charismatic, especially Jonathan. And if it wasn't for part 1, we wouldn't have part 2, 3, 4, and so on. Things I disliked. It was way too short. It was 9 episodes, I think. The villains were way too like they really didn't have a motive. Even Dio, who was the main villain. William Zeppeli, his death was really quick, like we got introduced to him like 3 episodes before that, and then he dies. I didn't really feel sad. Yeah. And it's way too similar to Fist of the North Star. The art style, even in the anime, the power, Hammond. But hey, if it wasn't for that part, we wouldn't have the other one, so yeah. At number 6... this one is maybe a surprise to you guys. It's part 3, Stardust Crusaders. So, things I liked. The characters. Very funny. They had good chemistry together. Even the villains were cool. And they each had their own unique thing. The storyline, although it's bullshit, it works somehow. Like, oh, Dio is back from the dead. And now he has a spirit that follows him that can stop time. And everyone has it apparently. But it was good. And also, it's the part that has the most memes. Things like this. It's way too long for no good reason. It drags way too much. There's parts where I'm like, wait, what the fuck? It began the plot holes, like how did Dio end up in that box? Why is Jotaro's stand the same as Dio's? And the second opening from the second part of part 3, if that makes sense, it's trash. And for number 5... we have part 5, Golden Wind. This part was very important to me because it was the part that introduced me to Jojo. I started watching because a friend was like, hey, you gotta check it out. And I was like, but there's 4 parts behind, should I watch them first? I was like, no, but I gladly watched the other parts. Things I liked about it. Out of the first 5 parts, it's like the most unique. It's about gangsters and stuff, and it's like a teenage boy that wants to kill the boss. It's very emotional. You really care about the characters. It's not like William Zeppeli. And every character has like a tragic backstory, and it has, for me at least, the best opening out of Jojo. Things I disliked. Diavolo. His motives are like, what? For me it's the worst villain out of Jojo. Jono's never really the underdog, he always won. He could like be fucking dying. Yeah. And somehow he would still win. Polnareff, although I liked him in part 5, was way too quick. Like he appeared and like 3 episodes later he's a turtle, like what the And on number 4 we have part 6, Stone Ocean. So things I liked. The idea of the entire part taking place in prison, not really the entire part, but basically the entire part, was very nice. Character interactions were very good, like every character felt they belong in that part, if you know what I mean. Pucci and Weather Report's relationship, like their brothers and why he hates him. Jojolion and Jotaro's relationship. The ending, a lot of people don't like it, but I do, but it's not like, oh, it's the best ending ever. It's so bizarre, you know. Bizarre. Things I didn't like. Some fights were too confusing. I still, to this day, don't really understand how Pucci wants to attain heaven. Number 3, you have Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. So I really like how it's very chill and suspenseful at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, it's set on a town that no one really knows, but there's a killer in the town and they're trying to figure it out and stuff. It's very cool. A variety of stands. We got a handful of stands in part 3. Now in part 4 you have more variety. It's not really the same as the other ones. The Joestars. Jotaro going to the town. Josuke finding his father, knowing that he kinda left him there. And to my opinion and to a lot of people, as the best villain out of Jojo, which is Kira Yoshikage. Things I dislike. There's not really a conclusion to any of the characters. It's like, yeah, it's over. And it has Shigechi, which I think it's like the worst Jojo character. He's so greedy, even though he only appeared for like, 2 episodes? I really disliked him, and when he died a lot, I was like... And then on number 2... we have part 2, Battle Tendency. Things I liked. It grabbed everything that part 1 didn't do good and made it good, and grabbed everything that was already good in part 1 and improved it. The main characters, Joseph and Shiza, had really great story throughout the part. It's very funny. Part 1 to me wasn't really that funny. It's very diverse. It's not really based on Fist of the North Star. Of course, there's still the Hammond, the kind of cheesy acting and stuff. And the opening, it's fucking amazing. Things I disliked. Some things were kinda bullshit. Like, oh, here's basically three gods. Oh, Joseph, you have to defeat all 3 of them. And then he actually does. And Wamu had more development than Kaz. That was the main villain. Yes, I like Wamu, but no, Kaz is the main one and he really didn't have anything. And of course, on number 1, we have part 7, Stillborn. This part was, to me, one of the most immersive. You guys know when you watch like a series or movie or read something, you really invested. That was part 7 to me. So things I liked. It's the most unique story out of any Jojo, set in the 19th century, about a race with horses around the fucking America. How they get the stands, why they get the stands. Gyro and Johnny's chemistry is amazing. Funny Valentine, I really like his motives. It's not like, I wanna take over the world. No, he actually has a motive, which is to help his country and stuff. And I really like that. Lucy and Steven Steele, although at first I was like, what? Pedo? As the story progresses, I felt for them. I really liked it. And it has the best stance by far. One of my personal favorites. It's Tusk. And my only complaint would be that it's long, but it makes sense at least. It's not like part 3 where it drags. But yeah guys, that was my top 7. I didn't include part 8 because it isn't really finished, so I can't really rate it as like the other parts since they're already finished. But if you guys want to know my opinion about it, I'm liking it. It's like similar to other Jojo parts, but at the same time it's not. Seems like it's ending, but since we only get a chapter per month, it will only end like, I don't fucking know, at the end of the year or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye!